So I want you to put your hands together for Matt Monjon.
Wonderful. Okay, we're approaching the end of the evening. How's everyone feeling? Wonderful, nice. So my name is Matthew Monjon, but you might know me better as the cheapest extra from the new Wolverine film. Yeah. Now, people ask me all the time, Matt, what was it like to grow up in Hawaii? I have to tell people that just like the pizza, I'm actually a Canadian invention. I also go better with pineapple. Now, some of you in the audience might have noticed that I have a bit of an accent. So, it's a regional dialect known as a speech impediment. I somehow sound both 14 and 40. I picture it's how John Tesh sounded in preschool. You know, I noticed that I have this weird tendency where I tend to make a very small problem much worse. So the other day, I accidentally walked into a gay bar, right? Not a problem, very small problem, but I decided that it'd be rude if I left immediately, so I stayed for a drink. Well, it didn't take very long for a very intoxicated man to walk up to me, and without saying a single word, he grabs me, pulls me in, kisses me, and I didn't know what to do, so I just slipped him some tongue. Well, it turns out he likes eggs for breakfast. See, I, again, make small problems much bigger, you see. I used to do this back when, one time when I was 14, I had a skateboarding accident. Now, I was fine after the accident, but I was left with the injury of having all of my leg hair stripped off of one of my legs. I know, and so, I wanted to hide this injury from my parents, so I decided that in order to make sure my leg hair doesn't grow out unevenly forever, I should just reset everything. Now, in particular, I knew that I was going to get called out on this if I didn't do it, because my dad's favorite joke is that he, naturally, has no body hair whatsoever. It's not Maybelline. So, thank you, Mom. He loves to go and point at my legs and say, Matt, you have your mother's leg hair. I don't think she appreciates the joke either. So I decided I'm going to reset all of my body hair. I went into the bathroom, and I was too young to own a razor of my own. My dad certainly didn't own one. So I got my mom's one. She's finding out tonight. Did you know that you have to put the shaving cream on before you shave your legs? Or that you should have your legs be wet when you do it. Did you know that shaving can cause bleeding? Like a lot of bleeding. Like enough that I Googled, what's an acceptable amount of blood loss? And so I went into the cabinets looking for a Band-Aid, and I found something there called Nair Hair Removal Cream. So, I figured, perfect answer to my problem, right? I couldn't make myself bleed from cream. I was right about that, right? However, I didn't know at what point my body hair should stop, so I just covered everything. I just found every nook and cranny I could and just decided to put it all over. Oh my God. And I started feeling a tingling sensation. Have you ever read the directions of a bottle after you've already applied it? Turns out, reading the instructions tells you to apply a small amount to one portion of your body to prevent a burning sensation. I was feeling the burning sensation. At this point, I started freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I turned on the shower head started firing across the room. At this point, I heard footsteps outside. My dad opened up the door to what my therapist would later describe as a pretty bad time. He just stood there looking at me and said, Matt, is that my Nair? Thank you. The joke's aren't done yet. Still got more. All right, but you know what? Another time that I had a very small problem and I made it much bigger was I recently went on a trip to Japan. So, a very popular tourist destination in Japan is something called an onsen. Wonderful. So, for anyone unfamiliar, an onsen is a traditional public bathhouse that you go into naked. TripAdvisor left that last part out. I showed up in my bathing suit. Turns out they have a very strict no shirt, no shoes, no pants kind of policy there. There's a right and a wrong way to get naked in an onsen. The right way is to get naked in the change room. The wrong way is to get naked in a change room, but you're a foreigner. The last time I got naked in front of someone didn't go very well. Sorry, Dad. And I like to try to make people laugh when I'm nervous, but because of the language barrier, I couldn't make any jokes. So I found out the hard way the locals don't appreciate a good helicopter when they see one. The staff was very upset at me. One of the staff members marched right over to me without saying a single word. He grabs me, pulls me in, kisses me, slips me some tongue. And he likes sake and cigarettes in the morning. Thank you all very much. Thank you.